let's talk about our U.S. men's national team players that have big games this weekend, players to watch so everybody knows what to do when they're looking for games this weekend. I'm going to go first. I want to see Yunus Musah play for Valencia in the Copa del Rey final. They're taking on Real Betis. This is a big moment. We need our best players, any of our players actually playing in the biggest games possible. And this is a massive one. Valencia have won this 8 times. Copa del Rey, last time was in 2019. Betis have only won it twice. And under Manuel Pellegrini, I think they're probably a little bit better on paper. Betis, they beat Valencia earlier 4-1 this season. Yunus Musah didn't start that game, so he's got that going for him, but he did come on the last 30 minutes, and after he came on, they scored 2 more goals. I don't know what that says about Yunus Musah in particular, but it didn't go well in that particular instance. He did have an injury 2 weeks ago against Osasuna. He missed the game. Started against Villarreal. They lost 2-0 this past week. I hope he starts. I just hope he starts and gets to have some influence in a very big game, because this would be a very big deal for him to win a pretty significant trophy. And then I just want to give a quick shout out before I get to you, Heath. I'll go to you. Jesus Ferreira is playing in the Texas Derby, FC Dallas versus the Houston Dynamo. Both teams are on a 6-game unbeaten streak in all competitions, including the Open Cup. They both survived with 2-1 wins. Jesus Ferreira in his last 3 starts has 5 goals and an assist. He's really coming into good form ahead of these June friendlies that we have coming up in the Nations League. I want to see how he performs against the Houston team under Paulo Nagamura, who have been a little bit getting more into the identity of how Nagamura wants to play. So I'm excited to see those 2 players in particular. How about you, Heath?
I'm going to go with Mark McKenzie. He's playing this weekend Genk against Ghent or Genk.
Ooh, it's a Genk versus Ghent. I love that.
Yeah. And both those teams who have underperformed this year have now fighting for that last Europa Conference League spot. So there's a 4-team playoff. This is the first one for them. Mark McKenzie is playing again. So I think there's a number of things there. One, to get into Europe, I think is really important for the team and for him personally. But also, 2, he's now in a good run of form with this coach that could have major implications as to what this means for him going into the summer in terms of a potential move away where he can get more time, or cementing himself if they were to sell 1 or 2 of the center backs that I know are on the sort of transfer block right now. So just a really big weekend for him to perform, to prove himself, and also to kind of tee up going into the spring and the summer, as we talked about in our show yesterday. Some of these things are going to help define the final roster for this national team. 100%, and then 100%. The backup one is or not the backup one, but my other one was Serginho Dest. Has a big game this weekend against. Now I'm blanking on the team inside of my head. I don't know if anybody has the list in front of them.
Keep going. Well, why do you want to see him? Keep going.
I just want to see him because again, it's been start-stop. We all talked about him when he was under
Rayo
Vallecano. Yeah. Who are mid-table, but like nothing hugely, not huge implications in this game. But he has been one since Xavi came out and sort of backed him to be kind of on the field, off the field, on the field, off the field. And this is an opportunity, and I expect him to start in this one to just put out a good performance. And he's one that I just continue to watch to see getting better and better, and hopefully start to put up more statistics for an attacking fullback. Goals, assists, things like that, which he hasn't done.
All right, Charlie, how about you?
You know where I'm going. I'm going Ricardo Pepi. So, it's interesting. In the month of April, he played 89 minutes versus Wolfsburg, and they won 3-0. He didn't score, but 90 minutes.
He was active that game, I remember.
Yeah, he was active. 19 minutes against Mainz. They lost, or they won 19 minutes. 34 minutes away at Bayern Munich, and then 34 minutes which they lost 1-0, and then another loss of a 1-0 to Hertha Berlin. He played 34 minutes. This weekend they played Bochum. Now they're above the drop line, and
barely.
Bochum is 4 points out of 36 points. This is a big match. If they can win this, I would be willing to say that they're going to be safe this year. So. It is another performance for him to try and get back in the team. He's getting consistent minutes. It's kind of how I felt my first year in Sweden. I had it started a couple games. It wasn't going my way. So for the majority of the season, I came off the bench. And he just made me work tirelessly, take extra trainings. And then by the end of the year, last game, I score a hat trick. And it's one of those things where you just got to continue to work, build confidence, and just show the team and the coach that you're committed with the extra trainings and working on your game. I think, with this type of process, it'll be good for him in the end. My other player that I'm watching is Timothy Weah. I mean, he played 90 minutes last match. Of course, they lost 2-1, but he played 90 minutes as the 9, as the starting striker.
Love to see that.
Love to see that. And then this weekend they're playing Strasbourg. So it's a big match. I'm interested to see if he starts again, and if he
Well,
is starting,
you want that consistency, right?
Right.
Yeah, right.